Welcome back to our channel, guys.
Hey.
So we already went into town today to get a lot more material that we need to finish up some more projects that we want to get done.
Yes, we have a whole list of projects we want to get done.
We do, and we even have more, but we couldn't fit everything in my truck. As you guys know, my truck's not the biggest truck.
No.
But it does what I need it to do, so it works out great. So we're gonna get busy, guys, so I say, let's get it.
Yeah.
A whole lot of stuff. Got a nice big 4x4. A whole bunch of wood. Can you guys see all this right here? Lots and lots of stuff. Been wanting to do these projects, so now is the time to do it. The weather has been fantastic around here.
Oh yes, and it's supposed to just be better this week, so.
Yeah. A little taller. Old lattice and new lattice. The colors are way different.
Yeah, this one's been through a lot, I can see.
So if you guys are wondering what we're doing, at least this morning around here on the side of Thunderdome, for the past 2 years it's been just open and in the breeze kind of a thing. We did start putting lattice in the very front. You guys can see behind this one right here. Right here, there was lattice, and we meant to do it on the other side, but my piece of lattice broke that I had. So we never did that. And then we got started working on the house and everything else, and it just fell to the wayside. So
yeah, just a little bit.
So we decided, you know what, now is the perfect time to get this done and some other projects we want to get done around here. And one of the main reasons for this is the dogs, especially now that we have Ghost. Their favorite spot on the planet is going underneath Thunderdome.
Yeah.
And usually I wouldn't care. Like, okay, you want to go hide out, hang out underneath the deck, underneath the house, cool off, not a big deal. But they are destroying everything underneath here. You can see they're ripping down insulation. They are ripping insulation down in the way back corner in the front area. It's hard to see, but it's way up in the front.
Yeah, they keep.
But this is what they're doing.
Yeah, and they're digging out, like around, like digging holes, like in the rocks and stuff, so they can lay on the cool dirt. And it's like they're tearing up the rocks around the cement blocks that are underneath there. So some of them are have rocks underneath of them.
Yeah, they're digging it all out.
Yeah, and they're digging out underneath our front stairs.
Yeah, the stairs.
I mean, Ghost is under there.
I mean, look, he's right over there. See him hanging out? And that whole spot underneath the stairs, right here, is all completely dug out. All the way to the front of the stairs almost.
Yeah.
And so pretty soon, I'm gonna go step on these stairs and it's gonna go, look what they're doing. You guys see? It's hard to see. But they're completely digging out underneath the stairs, Ghost. Uh-huh. It's you that's doing it, Mr. Ghost. Mm-hmm.
So if you guys have noticed, on Thunderdome here, we do have kind of like a skirting on here already with these cedar planks that we milled when we did the roof inside Thunderdome. And the reason why we never really finished it off on this side right here was we ran out of cedar planks. We didn't have any more, and we didn't have any trees, like cedar trees that were cut down. And then we ended up letting David borrow the sawmill. And the last I heard, the sawmill is out of commission.
Yeah, it broke again.
Yeah.
David didn't break it. It's an old,
yeah.
It's an older sawmill. He didn't do anything wrong with it. It's not his fault, nothing at all. But it broke.
It broke, yeah.
Again, the second time. So we didn't even have a sawmill to make more planks. We got cedar trees everywhere.
Yeah, we could cut one down, and there's a couple falling down in the woods and stuff over there by the pond. But we don't have the sawmill, and we're not going to go out and buy a new sawmill anytime soon. So
to make some planks.
Yeah, to make planks to finish the skirting.
So we're gonna use the lattice.
The lattice, and it's on this side. You guys won't really we won't be able to really see it because.
Well, I like it.
Yeah, and Anthony loves.
I love the look of lattice.
Yeah, Anthony loves lattice.
I do.
He loves the way it looks. he'd put it everywhere if he was allowed to.
I would, but she don't allow me to.
Yeah.
Which is okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like, I don't hate lattice, but I don't know. Sometimes it looks really good and sometimes it doesn't. So, like, I really like the look of the lattice on the stairs for our back house deck, you know, and I do like the lattice in the front on the deck for Thunderdome. It will look a lot better when the other side is done. But for now, this will solve the problem for the dogs. I'm sure they're not going to like it too much, but they have plenty of other cool places to lay. Yeah.
The planks before.
Yeah, there was a little bit of planking here, but it only went to like right there.
Right here.
Yeah. So we just ripped that all out just to...
Yeah, I ripped that out a while ago.
Yeah, there was really no point in it being there because it just didn't look right. Didn't look finished.
It looked exactly unfinished and
left behind.
Yeah, we're trying to, now that we have the majority of the house done where it's very comfortable to be in, you know, there's no like urgency, we need to get this done or else we can't do this, you know, and there's a lot of that's gone. Now, like we say, we want to focus on making things look nice and functional around here. And it's going to take a lot of work because there's so much to do, so much to do, but that's okay. I'm looking forward to it. Use all the new stuff, I think, on the side and put this worn down piece, cut it for the front, that way the front's not two different colors, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, one's not new.
Brand new and the other one's all old,
faded.
So yeah, I'm gonna use this one at the front. Shouldn't be too bad to do. This is just gonna be a deterrent to keep the dogs out. Mice and all the other stuff still get in there. The cats are still gonna be able to get under there because they can go in through the bottom of the deck over there. I'm not gonna cover that, I don't think. But the dogs can't get in there anymore. Lillian will probably be able to, but she don't go anywhere past, you know, you anyway. So. Be all right. We're gonna mark, hold it just a smidge above this. We're gonna tuck it in here, but I want to like put it in the dirt.
Okay.
Make sense? All right, let's get this party started. We gotta get a tilt. Gotta cut that stuff behind it, but if you guys are ever wondering how to cut angles like that, got a slope.
Look at that.
That's how you do it.
We had to buy this whole big piece of lattice here just for that one little spot.
Well, I'm gonna use this for the stairs.
Yeah, it won't go to waste.
No, it won't go to waste at all.
Looks great. We're almost got this project tackled down, but Anthony just brought up a good point. We do have this little space right here. It's not really the front of the deck, it's the side of the deck. And he was just like, I bet you Ghost is going to try to squeeze underneath there.
He will. I bet you he'll be trying to squeeze his butt through, and he'll be able to make it too, so I'm going to have to block this off too.
I think he will. I don't know.
I'm going to.
Anthony's removing all of my yard ornaments out here. That's not nice.
Oops. I was trying to get this off. This dead piece.
Yeah.
That doesn't want to come off. There, see?
Yeah.
Pay no attention to what I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, and I was going to say, before we block it off completely, we have to get Ghost out from underneath there. He's underneath there.
I'm going to get him out.
He's right there.
I'm not worried about that.
He came out and ran right back underneath there.
Because I got to match it to the other one, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, just one more piece of lattice. Right here on this side, and nail it in, and well, we'll get the dogs out first before we do that. And then we'll put the lattice there. Make sure they don't run back underneath there. Kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy to be able to do this because this has been a very big frustration of mine for months. Guys, months and months, these dogs underneath here. And I love them to death. I just don't want them to ruin the stairs. I'm worried about that, so. One more piece.
So we had to add this 2x2 down to this bottom, what is this, rim joist?
Yeah, the rim joist.
Yeah, because we don't want to, if we put the piece of lattice up there, it's going to go all the way to the top right here. So we put this little board here, that way it can nail right into there. So it lines up just like that, but on the other side, we did we did the exact same thing. We have a 2x2 kind of running across there on the bottom.
Yeah.
So we want to make it look nice, at least on the front side. And
make it match at least.
Yeah, match. And then the reason why we didn't have to do that for the other side was because on the side of the shed there, it is, you know, it's got the rim joist right there, so it's not sticking out from the house.
Yeah.
Or Thunderdome, like it would on this. It's going to be a little tiny piece of lattice, though, for this front.
I know. That's all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
From the 2x2, right?
Yep. Good?
Yep.
All right.
Look at that. Perfect. Good deal, baby.
Yeah, no, it looks good. Let me see if I got some of that. I don't know if I do. That side's got hardware cloth in it. I might have a couple scraps that I can do on there so it completely matches. This is like literally all I have left of that stuff.
Out of that whole roll?
Yeah, well Melanie and Gary used a bunch of it, remember?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I have like one, like, one piece over there that's kind of like bent up and stuff. And I don't want to go buy more of this just for this, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's not worth it. This was supposed to be meant to keep like mice and snakes and stuff out. But then I soon realized that that's going to be impossible to do anyway, so why bother? If that makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
All the dogs are probably like, what in the heck is going on around here? What is going on? I gotta go my way.
Huh?
I gotta come my way.
I know, hold on. There.
There, about like that.
Stuck on a little nail. And of course, there's grass and stuff.
Yep. There we go.
Ow.
Let me get this one. Let me get this out. Tuck underneath.
Put some of that dirt back.
Trying. Look how much they brought out. Okay. Last piece.
Is Jaina going to be the first one to attempt to get underneath there? She's very concerned about what we're doing. She's like, hey, wait a minute. What's going on, Jaina? We're just cutting off all that freedom and space, huh? Jaina. I know. Well, don't try to butter me up. I'm not moving it.
Prefer not to put lattice here. Maybe if we just put some rocks there to deter the dogs from even trying. And if they still get under there somehow through here, then I'll figure it out. But I think this will work, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
That'll work. It'll just be a deterrent. This is just deterrence. I mean, if they really wanted to break through this lattice, they could. But I don't think they're going to want to get in that bad. I don't think they're that desperate for it. So, look at that. Until we built those stairs, I totally forgot that this was an extra pile of gravel that we had here and just kind of spread out. It's like this thick. So I'm happy I remember because we need this gravel. Using it all the time. Dogs and us walking made it all go away. Sylvia doesn't know what's going on.
I wonder just how upset the dogs are by the fact that they can't go underneath the house anymore.
I hope not too upset.
Yeah, they look very miserable right now, guys. Look at them. Ghost. Lillian. Hanging out, right, Lily? I don't think they're too much fazed by the fact they can't get underneath the house, so. They seem to find new spots to loaf around. Ghost has already got inside the pool. He is filthy right now. So he's got plenty of spaces and places to go to cool off and stay cool. Same with Jaina, Mora, and Lillian.
For now, I think it came out very nice.
Yes.
Once it weathers a little bit more, it won't look so new and out of place, kind of a thing, you know?
It kind of won't stick out like it does right now.
It does stick out kind of like a sore thumb, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Like we said, the biggest thing was to keep the dogs from going underneath there. The cats, it's hard to deal with cats. They just do whatever they want. But it looks a lot better now that we got both. This one and this one on, because for the past 1.5 years, almost 2 years, it's been one.
Yeah, one side.
One side, so I'm happy with it.
So we're doing our afternoon checks on the animals just to make sure everybody's got water and everything's going good. And Anthony found something inside the coop. What did you find, baby?
Something that's not good.
All right. Oh my gosh.
I don't know what type of snake that is.
It's a little snake.
That could be a baby copperhead, I don't know. It looks like it'd be a baby copperhead, but it doesn't look like the right color.
No, it's too black and, I mean, white, I guess.
But the same
markings.
I mean, it looks like it to me.
So earlier today, Anthony was saying that one of the chickens was squawking really good out here. And of course, I mean, listen, they're cackling now. They're always making noises and all that good stuff. And he said he looked in there and didn't see anything, but then we're doing our really good afternoon checks, you know, and sure enough, you be very careful, baby.
I got gloves. I don't know what type of snake that is, though.
I don't know. Let me just move back a little bit. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't like snakes.
I don't either. I know how to grab them, though. I don't know if this is a baby copperhead, you guys are probably like, you're an idiot.
Are you gonna kill it?
Well, it was in the chickens.
I know.
And look at that. I mean, look up copperhead around the phone. I bet you that is.
Yeah, I don't have my phone on me, but I will. A baby
I'm
copperhead.
trying to see if it has fangs. I don't want to kill animals. I like animals, guys. I don't want to, but snakes I don't deal with very well.
No, and this one was in the coop.
In the coop hanging out, and I was wondering why Cackles was cackling so much.
Yeah, not doing her normal cackle. You even said that. It was different.
Yep.
I'm sure she's seen that one and freaked out. But hey, Frank, Medina,
You guys are not doing your job.
what didn't you guys do your job? And protect your ladies.
Alright, we did some investigation. The little saddles on this one's back. See them, guys? So, and plus the coloring, all that stuff. It's not a copperhead. It's a Texas rat snake, which they're notorious for getting eggs and stuff. But when you see a little snake like this in the chicken coop, I mean, I don't care what anybody says. I mean, it freaks you out. And so you instantly think bad.
Oh yeah, you always want to assume all this.
Yeah, assume the worst, right?
Yeah, assume that snakes are all, bad until you do investigation.
These are good snakes.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
not doing your job, Frank.
Yeah, but I was gonna say part of how we identified that it was a rat snake was the markings on the head. Baby copperheads didn't have any markings on their heads.
Yeah, see the top of this guy's head?
Yeah, this one.
It looks like a skull.
Yeah, hold on, let me
Isn't that crazy?
focus that so you guys can really get a good look. Yeah,
It looks like a
It
skull.
does look like a skull. That's pretty cool. Cool little rat snake. Yeah.
He's not too happy that I'm around.
Yeah, well, can you blame him?
I'm gonna let him go.
Yeah.
I am. These guys deter the other snakes, and so
They do keep copperheads and stuff away.
yeah, the best they
They
can.
will eat eggs though, so you
I know.
You need to be very careful and they'll come back.
Well, they're not poisonous. They're
No.
fine. I've seen some big ones.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of those last year. This is the first rat snake I've seen this year. This
Yeah,
one.
first one.
And a baby.
And it's a baby.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let this guy go next door over there, away from all this, because I don't want to kill him. I think all animals are good and have a purpose. Just some you don't want around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let him go. Go on. You heard what I said. I said beat it. All right. Problem averted.
Yeah.
But now I gotta go double check the coop.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a rake and just double check, make sure there's no more in there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see any more. I don't see any more.
No more?
I mean, there could be more, but I'm pretty sure snakes are like territorial, so.
Yeah.
That's the first snake I've seen in our chicken coop.
Yeah, me too.
And I check all the time, guys.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
All the time.
I'm always paranoid about, like with the snakes, is when we're getting the eggs and that they're like on the other side of the coop, over there by the eggs. That's where I get really freaked out, where snakes would be.
Oh, in the woods?
Yeah, like on the...
Like right there?
Yeah, right behind the chicken coop here, like when we're getting the eggs right there. Like, I'm always like walking over there, looking at the ground and...
Well, yeah.
You know,
there's snakes out here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go double check the nesting boxes.
Yeah. Thankfully, though, we haven't seen too many this year.
No.
We did see that big rattlesnake. That was at the very beginning. I think it was beginning of spring, right? That was the rattlesnake.
Yep.
Beginning of spring. And if you guys remember that, and I think that was. This is the second snake I've seen this year, so that's pretty good. Yeah, summer's almost over. And also, too, the season's changing, so all the wildlife is very hungry right now. Like, there's bears out. We've seen bears around here. That's kind of what I'm getting at. I guess the kids went down to the pond, and they were down there hanging out, and I guess they seen a bear down there. So, bears are out right now.
At our pond?
Yeah, at our pond. They're not that far away from us. They are going out looking for food right now, so I don't think they'll come up too close to over here. They might end up over at camp, so we need to be kind of be careful when we're over there, especially if we're taking out the trash over by the dumpster. We need to be very careful when we're over there.
Well, I'm gonna start probably carrying my sidearm again when we're walking around, because it is getting fall. And like Roxanne said, the kids at our pond seen a bear cub.
Yeah.
Which means mama's right there.
Yeah, not too far.
Right? And mama bears, go ahead and mess with their cub.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys know.
Yeah.
So, and the kids all know what to do. They instantly turned around and ran right back home, and came right home. They weren't all, oh, hey, you know.
Yeah.
But we live out here where there's bears. I mean, so
well,
they know what to do, though.
And they know to be very observant when they're walking around in the woods and moving around, and just be aware and listen to your surroundings is very important, you know.
I don't see any more snakes.
All right. Well, that's good.
I've searched all the straw. I've searched all the coop. That other one was in this box trying to get underneath the hay. This is where it's hanging out.
Mm.
So.
Yeah, and
I just happened to see it sliver by when I was getting the eggs.
Yeah. Well, thankfully that wasn't a copperhead, and thankfully Anthony caught it before we ended up getting a big old fat rat snake in there and getting all big and fat because he's eating all our eggs.
Yeah, hey, how come we're not getting no more eggs?
Yeah, they're just
Ladies,
disappearing.
You're not doing your job. We go over there and there's a snake. It's all 900 pounds.
Yeah.
Full
taking
of
up taking up all the nesting boxes where the chickens can't even lay eggs because there's so much snake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess good job on the ladies, though. They were, I guess, trying to tell us what was going on.
Cackles told us.
Yeah, she was just cackling away, and I mean, it's kind of hard not to pay attention because they love to make noise all the time. It just never ends. So, problem averted.
Alright guys, well last night it rained most of the evening, most of the night, which is a good thing. You can see the ground's pretty dark and wet. Well, we've needed the rain, but it was raining a little bit longer this morning than what we planned because we do have some things we want to get done this morning, and it's kind of hard to get that kind of stuff done when it's raining outside. But the rain has let up a little tiny bit, so Roxanne and myself, we're going to take advantage of it not raining and see if we can get this stuff done before it starts pouring on us again, because it's supposed to rain again really soon. Hi, midnight.
have some work, guys, in this garden area that needs to get done. As some of you guys know, I did kind of plant a fall garden, and I was totally planning on having a fall garden. But with the heat of the summer and just kind of getting burnt out on it, I kind of slacked off a little bit and didn't get everything done in the garden for fall that I wanted to get done. And now it's a little too late in the season. So we definitely have a plan out here we're going to do today for the garden area. Kind of close it up for the winter months, so that way next spring I can come out here and plant a nice big flourishing garden all over again. A thing that I need to really complete in this garden to get it done and kind of get it back to somewhat manageable is I have so many just overgrown weeds in here. When you look out here, you can't even really see anything. All you just see is the weeds have just totally taken over. So hopefully Anthony will help me out today and get the weed whacker out and cut some of these big old ragweed bushes down and some of this grass and like kind of maintenance it up a little bit in here so it looks a lot nicer. So here's a pretty good example of just the overgrownness that's happening in here. These are my tomatoes. They've like fallen over, they got too big and heavy. They're still producing though. There's still a bunch of like cherry tomatoes on there that are not ripe yet. But it's just like meshing in with all of these weeds around here. Like right there, that's where all my corn was at. You guys can't even tell that there was ever anything in there. It just looks like dirt. I mean ground, you know. But that's all right. Hopefully today we can solve this problem out here and kind of get it back to kind of being a little bit manageable, because right now, guys, it's like a chaotic mess over here. I never did get any broccoli or cauliflower to actually eat.
They bolted like instantly.
Yeah, I planted them
until like
at the wrong time.
Maybe.
Like the heat or something like caused them to bolt.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but they instantly bolted.
Well, my broccoli did it, and I never got anything off my cauliflower. My cauliflower never crowned. Yeah, these are big ones, huh?
They didn't give us nothing.
No.
That's all right. I'm sure this is bittersweet for Roxanne. She really wanted to have a fall garden, but it's been so hot here this past couple months. And you start those things early, right in the summer for the fall, and they just couldn't survive. It was just too much, even though we watered all the time and everything, just too much. But we did get one garden bed completely ripped out. Just got a couple more to go, babe.
Yeah.
We'll get it going.
Yeah.
Check it out. I know it's just a bunch of weed eating, but what a difference.
Yeah. Well, not just weed eating. We actually like cleaned it up in here and like put some stuff in totes and got rid of that table that's been sitting here for months.
Yeah, just not in use.
Yeah. Well, especially now, it's definitely not going to get in use.
Yep, so it looks a lot better.
It does. Actually will enjoy looking out the window now and looking out here.
Instead of the weed garden that you were having?
Yeah, going, where's my plants out there? They're growing.
Speaking of plants, we ripped a bunch out.
We did. I did rip out pretty much everything in the garden is pretty much ripped out now. We are going to be leaving these tomato plants. Like I mentioned earlier, they do have tomatoes actually still growing on them. They're just like taken over in this little corner over here, but I'm gonna leave these. Maybe later on today I'll come out here and pick what tomatoes are ripe off of it and kind of just let it do its thing. Coming up on the end of this grow season, I did encounter a lot of Japanese beetles and it caused a lot of problems for me over here. I ended up getting kind of really attacked on my pumpkins, but they have managed to survive. I've been out here bug spraying them and trying to get them under control, but they're surviving and doing good. So one thing I'm going to be leaving is my cantaloupe and some watermelons here. If you guys remember about a month ago when I cleared this bed out the first time, I ended up leaving some seeds in here from the cantaloupes that were growing, and they have taken off. I know it's a little bit past the season to be growing this, but I'm gonna let them go and see what they do. I do have some flowers on my cantaloupes, so hopefully maybe I'll get 1 or 2 cantaloupes off of it.
We are going to be trying to maintain from now on the amount of weeds that grow in here.
Yeah, now we gotta look forward to all the leaves that are gonna be coming around.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Now that the main portion of the house is completely finished, right? And we're not stressing about that. We're gonna have more time to be able to take care of these things. We let it get pretty much out of control this summer, and we know it's our fault, but it still produced a lot.
Yes, I'm actually very impressed with the way my garden produced this year. In general, I did get a lot of carrots. I froze a bunch of zucchinis. I got tons of tomatoes. I have some in the freezer. I haven't done anything with them, but I will. I got a bunch more I need to pick. So all in all, I think my garden this summer/springtime was very successful.
Yep, very, very good.
Yeah.
So we did accomplish what we wanted to get done yesterday and this morning. The rain kind of put a damper on it a little tiny bit, but you know, it's very nice outside. So.
Oh yes, I have no problems working outside in the garden today.
Yeah, none whatsoever. So thank you for being on this video, guys. We do appreciate every single one of you guys. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed and already made it this far into the video. We really appreciate it. And other than that, guys, stay safe, stay motivated, and we will catch you all on the next one. Bye.
Bye.